and say, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, use fine language, to tell Nigerians the policies, the programs they're implementing in order to enhance its revenues and bring down the cost of government. But at the end of the day, what counts is the fundamentals as they affect the economy.
All right.
What are the fundamentals? Are these measures, are they just paper measures?
Mm-hmm.
Or government is actually driving, making the push in all sectors of the economy to make sure that there's an improvement in the economy? That we can see that government is walking the talk in such a way that Nigeria, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, so far, all we see, or rather all we hear, is just talk. You can say one thing, but you are doing something different. Should I believe what you say?
Or believe what I do?
I should judge you by what you are doing.
Right.
I think it's common sense that I should judge you by what you are doing. You talk about cutting down on costs, following due process in the award of contracts, implementing cost-saving measures by going the whole hog to make sure that the Oronsai report is implemented in order to trim down government. All those
ministries and all of that.
But when you look at certain policies of government, especially like I mentioned earlier, the Calabar, Lagos Calabar Highway Coastal. What due process did government followed?
It's still in the debate as it stands.
That contract. We don't know.
Okay.
Accountability. When you are awarded one of the biggest road projects this country has ever witnessed without following due process.
All right, I'd like to put it back to your thoughts.
How can you?
Yeah, I'd like to put it back to your thoughts so that we can just go pay some bills. When we come back, of course, we open the phone lines. Nigerians must have something to say, and then we can follow up the discourse from there. Well, you're still listening to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and this is Eagles Outlook.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
For your land and property? Do you need the right information on how you can prevent your building from being demolished? Then tune in to Town Planning Program on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja every Thursday by 4:30 p.m.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. You are about to experience Eagles 102.3 FM.
Please listen to this announcement. Brit King Homes and Properties Limited announces a 40 square meters for a 3-bedroom fully detached bungalow with a BQ now selling for 4 million naira. 550 square meters for a 4-bedroom fully detached penthouse with a 2-room BQ now selling for 4.5 million naira. Our site location is before Army Estate, Phase 5, Kurudu, Abuja. Our office address is Suite 47, Shalom Plaza, Plot 1088, Joseph Gomwalk Street, Gudu, Abuja. Call 080-6222-0673. That is 080-2.3.
102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. Go find out on our YouTube channel and get on to subscribe. Be also there at the X handle, that is Twitter, formerly called Twitter, and see for yourselves what's going on in the studio. And then get onto our Facebook page wall. Give us a like, give us a following, and you'd be glad you did. We're still talking matters that concern the contention between the federal government and the organized labor in Nigeria. Where the organized labor had walked out again a second time from a negotiation table with the federal government over matters that concern, the minimum wage. And as many Nigerians are saying, look, we want a living wage for Nigerians right there, because the civil service has been seen as those who have indeed been in the works, for years upon years, year in, year out, ensuring that there is a stability to the processes of wealth, for the country and all of that. And we still have our guest in the person of Dr. Austin Maho, and he is a lecturer and public affairs commentator, publisher, Daybreak Nigeria newspaper. Dr. Austin, I'm sure you're still there, yeah?
Yeah, I'm with
yes,
you, Daniel.
Yes. Just before I'll just open the phone lines now, and then I'll put a question out to you as the conversation ensues. Number to call is 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. The WhatsApp portal number, where I would advise that you send a WhatsApp message rather, is 0909-705-4450. Prince Ike.
Prince Ike on the line calling, yes.
Where are you calling from?
Everything.
Very well. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, okay, I'm calling from Kanima.
All right. Prince Ike. Let's go straight to it.
It's very, very powerful, and very, very distinctive, and it has something to do with our emotional, psychological, and economic basis of life. The government is supposed to alleviate the suffering of a civil servant in this country, because they are money that we're going to pay them. Even if you pay them 3 million, can justify and certify their what they have been they're doing for the government. They are the engine room of any government.
Yes.
Think of economy. Think of fuel. Since the removal of fuel subsidy, Nigeria has gone upside down. Since far apart, may anarchy lose upon the war. Talking of how the center cannot hold, sir.
Okay.
When the center cannot hold, be it a political segment can never stand.
All right, Prince Ike. Yeah, you made your point. Yeah, you made your point loudly and clearly.
You're supposed to do something.
Okay.
You're supposed to do something meaningful for us, because you can't just expect somebody to go away with peanuts. Minimum wage of 54,000 naira. What has it to do? Think of somebody that is, having vehicle, fueling the vehicle, feeding.
Please, just go straight to it.
Allow me to make a, mistake.
All right, Prince. Okay, Prince Ike. Apologies. Yeah, apologies.
Please, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Prince Ike, right there. Sorry if I had to, be like that, so that we can take other calls. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Barata, my brother.
Good morning. Elder Naja, welcome aboard.
Good morning.
Yes.
The government is not serious. I mean, it's not the fault of them. The fault labor play with them too much. Could the government play with us? Because they have been using them while the government. That's why government take the advantage, because they have put long way. When the model of Gari now, white Gari is 1,200. 1,200. Model of local rice 2,500, and they are talking about 50 something. How much a councillor in local government is taking? If the government is serious, it's a very simple thing. Reduce the cost of the government.
Okay.
The money is paid to National Assembly. Reduce it. The money the state government are using is reduce it and give it to this thing. Make sure that the price of naira come down, and then make sure that the subsidy is removed. Return it, and then if you don't return it, reduce the money for petrol from 700 naira to 300 naira.
Right.
That's 1 year's subsidy now. You can use that one to repair the salary.
Okay.
And then the salary is working. Something like that. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Elder Naja right there has put his say and put his fist on the ground right there. But Dr. Austin, I see the call still coming through, but Dr. Austin, we might want to go pay yet another bill, but just before we go, I want to put this one out. It has been a fear that one of the family members had brought to the fore this morning during the pages. The question has now been, we've seen a situation where quite a number of Nigerians will put in 35 years of their lives to working for the government, and in the end, they always have nothing to show for it. Wouldn't this have been a way to help, to ensuring that at least those who have been very patriotic, to Nigeria would indeed, at least after 35 years of working for the government, get to have something meaningful. But while you're pondering that, we'll be right back with you, and let's just go pay some bills.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Luxler Construction Limited presents a limited time offer on its off-plan price for Kasana houses duplex at 40 million naira. 3-bedroom terrace duplex at 35 million naira. 2-bedroom flat at 23 million naira. And 3-bedroom flat at 28 million naira. The first 2 buyers of the 3-bedroom duplex will get it at 33 million naira. For Life Camp, the ongoing project is still available and many subscribers are moving into the estate. 3-bedroom terrace duplex at 43 million naira and 4-bedroom terrace duplex at 52 million naira. Covered by NHF and rent-to-own scheme. They also offer 6 to 12 months flexible payment plans. For more information, contact Luxler Construction Limited at 070-5758-2753. That is 070-5758.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All right, it's Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Dr. Austin, are you there? Are you there?
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Yes, put in the hard work. Those that have worked with Plight to make sure that when they retire, they live a very comfortable life.
All right.
Because others are watching.
All right, let's take this call very quickly.
You cannot build a country
of
individuals who don't take care of those that have dedicated themselves.
All right, Doctor, let's just hear from a family member now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Edward, your guest. I don't see, for some of us, the road, the coastal road from Lagos to Calabar, for me, is not a priority for now. There are some pressing issues that we need to solve more than that particular road. It's just the same way I will cast some mind back when they passed government, under Buhari, constructed the road, a railway from here to there. It was, I was wondering what do they want to achieve with that, and they would say there is no money. You see, and a lot of people have come out to,
Oh, Taken B right there. I don't know. I guess something with the network. But if you can, please do well to call back. Still call the number 0907-353-0044. Let's keep it short and simple, please, and go straight to the point. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Solomon, calling from Araba, the Abuja.
All right, Solomon, welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, the best solution, sir. Let everybody hear this. And the president of the nation, I hope the president should be listening to this vital radio information so that he will know how to govern this country. The best answer to Nigeria is just to reduce the price of the petroleum.
Okay.
I'm not even talking about the minimum.
Oh, really? Okay.
Reduce the price of the petroleum down to 250 or 300 naira. Then restore price control.
Right.
Price control. Let there be price control in this country.
Okay.
Then another thing is to support Nigeria about the security of this country.
Okay.
Or bring about certain gadgets
Okay.
that can avoid the security problems.
Okay. Thank you, Solomon, for your thoughts on this one. Well, Dr. Maho, you've heard what Tekenbi has said. Tekenbi is talking about the fact that, look, there are pressing issues, and it's not just the labor minimum wage. And Solomon, who has also shown some wisdom from is Maraba now, has also said that, look, it's time for us to look at issues of bringing down the fuel price. That's just what we really need at this point in time. And then countries out there to show support in helping us fight insecurity. That is what we really need outside the minimum wage. Do you agree to that?
Yeah, it is very correct. You know, Nigeria has a magnitude of problem, and it's not just the labor's reaction, you know, and demand is a reflection of the Nigerian situation.
Right.
Labor is only saying, look, if this is the Nigerian situation, this is what we need to be able to survive in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nigeria has a multiplicity of problems. We have security problems that have been bedeviling the country in the last 20 years. We have economic problems. We have political crisis. The political terrain in this country is in crisis. There's no political party. Those who are angling for power within political parties are causing their own problem within the system. But at the end of the day, the question you ask is, of all these problems we have, which one is the current administration dealing with that we can see and say, oh, the government is putting measures in place to deal with specific problems that any Nigerian can identify. But rather, what we see is that all the problems we have, whether economic, political, social, security problems, they've all been compounded by the current administration as a result of what I'll call boneheaded policies. Instead of coming up with policies to ameliorate the suffering of Nigerians, what we've seen with the removal of fuel subsidy, with the floating of the naira, with increase in tariff for electricity, is an attempt, whether rightly or wrongly, by the government to further increase the suffering of the average Nigerian. So the response of labor is just a reflection of this reality they are living in.
All right.
And the government, at times, when you look at what government is doing, it's as if they are living in an alternate universe. Are we not all in Nigeria? Are we not seeing, like Elder Onoja said, the cost and price of food in the Nigerian market? I was in a supermarket yesterday, and I saw a 250 kilogram powdered milk. It was going for 61,500. A tin of milk, powdered milk, 61,000. You are not even talking about a bag of rice or what it costs, you know, for a kilo of meat these days or a kilo of chicken. And these are what people will live on. And all of these, cost of living crisis, hardship in the land that Nigerians are made to suffer, are a direct consequence of government policies. So when people ask for a reversal of the removal of fuel subsidy,
right,
I align myself with it. I believe it is in order.
Okay.
When government find out that its policy, the consequence of its policy has a very terrible, catastrophic effect on the citizen, it behoves on government to rethink this policy and find a way of reversing it.
Okay.
Because the policy has not in any way brought succor to the Nigerian people. And you said in the beginning, in the intro, the purpose of government is simple. Is welfare, security of the citizens.
That's right.
And when government is failing to provide security and to improve on the welfare of its citizens, then they have no business being in power.
All right, let's just look at some of the messages right here as we find them and take it very quickly. I see this one from Samuel from Kuje. My brother Udwak Daniel, it seems as if we're talking to the same set of people who have made up their minds on what to do. And so for them, the masses can't talk from now to eternity. They can talk from now to eternity. It's not their business. Until we have the right thinking people in charge of various sectors in this country, only then can we have a breathing space and enjoy in this country. The government somehow is insensitive to the plight of the people. They are governing. What the government is doing is robbing Peter to pay Paul. Who does that? Have a peaceful day, UD says. Okay, so All right. See this one right here. Says, good morning, Daniel. Good morning. I'm listening from Nasarawa State, and not against labor asking for any amount as minimum wage. I'm disappointed that NLC has failed to fight for the masses. Bad government policies. If the prices of things continue to be high, even if minimum wage is 500k, it will still be like a drop of water in the ocean. Labor should push for the solution to insecurity, high cost of living, and so on. Tikambi Hundu right there. Yeah, Tikambi, nobody actually said you were against, but I'm glad that you're clearing the air in that regard and saying that, look, you're not against what the labor is doing, but you're only saying that there are some other pressing, issues that we need to look at. What is the point having a minimum wage of 500, 600, maybe 1 million naira, and there is insecurity looming in the land? It's only the living, like you always say, that gets to spend these monies or leave the living wage lifestyle. But then I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Dr. Austin Maho, for adding your voice in the discourse at this time, especially talking about matters that is very crucial and critical to the Nigerian space, as well as the democracy that we indeed preach in Nigeria. Seen the calls from line buzzing, but can't take any more, as my producer might really have it a hard one with me should I press further. But look, we will still continue to look at how things are going, and as it breaks, we'll bring it into your eardrums as well as your visuals. But thank you again, Dr. Austin Maho, for being a part of the conversation this morning. You are a lecturer, you are a public affairs commentator, you are a publisher at Daybreak Nigeria newspaper. Thank you, far too kind.
All right, Daniel. It's been my pleasure.
Right. All right. And this is where we are calling it a close. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you that also joined the discourse today, to ensuring that our voices count, and that, yes, our standpoint is unshaken. The current standoff between the government and the organized labor is a nosedive argument that refuses to somewhat acknowledge economic, realities, especially when faced by Nigerian workers. The government's reluctance, as some are beginning to see or say, to meet the demands of the labor unions, is somewhat sparking outrage and raising questions about priorities and commitments to welfare of the common man. Well, as the May 31 deadline approaches, Nigerians are left wondering if the government will come to reasoning with the labor unions, or if a nationwide strike is inevitable, as the organized labor have threatened the government, saying, look, if something is not done before May 31, we will just have a shutdown. And that is not something that we want to see. In fact, as much as possible, we should be very hopeful and stay very optimistic and see what happens on the sides of both parties, especially on the sides of the government. And this is also a call to the government saying that, look, what is the basis that you're putting your 54,000 naira peg for the minimum wage at, and what other is it allowances are you looking at to ensuring that it doesn't stop at 54,000 naira? Well, this is where we say bye-bye. My name is Udrak Daniel. Martha will be right here for the Midday Extra show at exactly top of the hour 10 on the AM side. You don't want to touch the dial. All right, tomorrow is yet another day. Have a great and lovely day.